future accomplishments. You're definitely in the right place. Now, here is your host, Colleen Biggs.
Hello, listeners. You are listening to Lead Up for Women, Speak Up to Lead Up, and today is a great day. My name is Colleen Biggs, and I am your host. And boy, if you could only see what was going on in this studio a couple seconds before this started. Man, we can get ourselves together quick. We want to say hi to our Facebook fans out there that are watching us. We finally got the technical difficulties figured out. We've got Facebook going, so hi to all of our friends out there. And I'd love to also welcome my special co-host that I have here in the studio today, Mrs. Allison Greek. Hi, Allison.
Hey, guys. Hey, I forgot. You guys can't see, well, Facebook can, but hello, everybody. Yeah. It's so great to be here. Thanks for having me, Colleen.
Yeah, I'm so glad you can be here. So Alice and I met a little while ago, and she is a supporter of women and has always been a supporter of women, and she does a lot of physical activities and has a lot of wonderful, tremendous things that she's been able to overcome. So we're going to talk to Allison in a little bit. But I'd also like to quickly just get caught up with our week this week, because my gosh, we were just in Nashville, Tennessee, an amazing place, beautiful place. I think my husband was in heaven because there was every single bar that there had them lined up on Music Road down there. Every single one of them had a live band, and for anybody who knows my husband, he plays the drums, and somehow talked one of the band's lead singer into allowing him to play the drums.
Oh my gosh.
Live in Nashville. So that was fun. He got to do that. So we would like to thank all of the firemen. There was a big fireman convention down there, and those that welcomed us to Nashville. It was a beautiful, beautiful place. We were at the Scarlett Bennett. Gorgeous place to have the Lead Up for Women luncheon, and we got to, it was just a great luncheon, and I wanted to quickly bring in Fanny, because Fanny Anders, she was there at the luncheon, and I wanted to see if we could just get her on the line quickly to ask her a couple of questions. Fanny, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Hey, girl. Okay, so for my Facebook fans up there, for any of you that are on as listeners, all you have to do is go to Facebook. You go to Lead Up for Women, click on and be a fan, and you can go watch all these videos. I'm showing all the listeners and all the viewers out there your pretty little photo that I have here. You're so adorable, and I'm so blessed to have met you. Thank you so much for coming to our luncheon.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm so enthused.
I wanted to ask you, Fanny, so I know that you came with one of our panelist speakers, who was Meredith Townsend, and I wanted to ask you, what did you take away from the luncheon that day, or what was your expectation when you walked in, and then was it different, and what did you walk away from with that?
Well, when I first entered the luncheon, I kind of felt like, what am I getting myself into? Because I didn't know exactly what was going to take place. But when I got there, I saw all these powerful women there that has made so many contributions to their lives, and it made me so excited to be a part of that. What I really took away from it was women have power when they use it. We don't use our power when we are being a mom and running errands and doing things for everybody else. We forget about ourselves. So I think that this kind of luncheon showed me that it's my time. It's my time to do the things I want to do, to help other women, to be empowered, to motivate other women, and also motivate myself to bring my vision to life. So that's what I took away from it.
Well, I'm so glad you took that away, because, really that's the goal. The goal is for anyone who feels that they're stuck, or anyone that just knows there's something on their heart, and they are looking to be around other women to empower them, for them to feel more confident about making the decisions they're doing. That's why we have the community of Lead Up for Women, or just to really take that 3 hours to inspire others and I'm so glad you walked away with that, because that means we just hit the nail on the head. Like, that is exactly what we were intending to do. And the stories in the room were very powerful. There was a lot of vulnerability, a lot of crying. And I love that, because it really makes me feel comfortable that those in the room that share their deepest fears or the hurdles that they've had to overcome, or their darkest days, that everybody feels safe and trusts each other in the room. And that's so important as women, because we're so powerful.
I love that you just said, Fanny, that you felt that empowerment, or just you didn't know what you were getting into, and then you walked in and felt that power just with all the women. And I wasn't there, but I can only imagine that feeling, and then just hearing the other stories and feeling like you can relate to others in the room. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's great. That's great. So, Fanny, if I could ask you, was there one pivotal moment in the luncheon that was a turning point for you, that you felt different leaving than you did when you walked in?
I think the turning point for me was I felt a lot of support. You know, whether someone told their story or shared a special moment, I think that the room was full of support from different women that understood what that feels. You know, what it feels like not to be heard.
Yeah.
And you was comfortable to open up to those people that was in the room.
Oh, thank you. And for those of you that don't know Fanny, she's been in the healthcare industry for about 20 years. This lady's, you're working on your master's or your PhD? I can't remember which one you said you were working on right now.
My PhD.
PhD, girl.
We've got a soon-to-be doctor in the house.
Yeah, and we have a doctor there. And then Andrea, who's on the line here, we're going to talk to in a few minutes. She also is working on her PhD. So, man, I got to get moving.
I know. You're making us, no, I'm just kidding. You're not making us look bad. We all look good together, so
yes,
it doesn't matter. We need the differences.
And Fanny, what I love about you is you've dedicated your life now to really teaching students, and everything that was said about you in that room is that you are their light and their inspiration for them, and they need you. So you are the best example for those children, and thank you so much for teaching our students, because they are our tomorrow. Yeah. You know, so Fanny, I will be for all of our listeners out there and for all of our Facebook fans, I'm going to be uploading her bio and beautiful photo up on Voice America Empowerment Channel. So make sure you head on over there, and you can always listen to all of our older shows. And so we'll have your beautiful photo and bio out there, and it'll be out there forever. So everyone can click on it. And then for those of you that want to watch the video of today's show, you can just run on over to Facebook with your fingers and go up to Lead Up for Women and click as a fan, and then you'll be able to watch all of our videos out there, which is really cool. So thank you, Fanny, so much for coming to our luncheon and for blessing us that day with your presence. And you gave so much back to me, and I want to thank you for that, and for supporting your really good friend Meredith, and thank you for being on the show today.
Well, thank you for having me. It's so exciting to be on the show, and I really appreciate it.
You bet. All right, so I want to jump on over to Andrea. I'm switching things up. Allison's looking at me like, "What the heck are you doing?"
I can wing it. I can wing it. I can
that
go
is not how it was supposed to go today. First of all, I just remembered I have a very dear friend, and Fanny just reminded me of it when I was talking about how blessed I am to have had her in the room. I have. I say to my clients a lot, you know, I coach women, and I say to my clients a lot that there's so much more in slowing down than to, you know, moving so quick. You get more out of slowing down. And it's a constant reminder for myself as well, because we're go, go, go in today's life. And I slowed down last night and took a little bit of time. I have a friend who just had knee surgery. So, Clary, I wanted to just give a shout out to you. I'm so thankful that you're feeling good. She's got a new ACL. So she's put up in her bed. But I was able to just spend a couple of hours for her at her house with her girls and her family. And it was just a nice break through this crazy time in life when we're all out there doing what we do in life. And I just wanted to give a shout out to her and say, I hope you feel better and you're on the mend and you're so, so strong. And thank you for all your words of encouragement to me, even when you're on your bed getting better. So I love you and thank you. And all of our prayers are out there that go to Clary that she's going to get well quickly. So thank you, Clary, for that. And then Andrea, are you there?
I am absolutely here.
Girlfriend. Okay. For those of you that don't know Andrea, I don't even know if I could put it in a bucket. There's no way of your energy, who you are, the person you are. If anyone were to think of a firework, that might be the description of Andrea. She is this full of life person. I loved having her at the luncheon. She brought so much joy because she's doing a foundation right now calling the Keep Smiling campaign. And I even had it on our show last week with the cards and talked about it and promoted it. And we did it at the actual event and we all took our photos with this Keep Smiling card. So Andrea, welcome to the show.
Baby, you're a firework. Come and let your
No wonder you guys get along.
Yes. Yeah. She sings. She does theater. She's done over 60, I think you said, productions. She's the CEO of Social Marketing Strategist, Executive Director, Red Carpet Connection, on and on and on. Girlfriend, what do you want to promote today? Tell everyone about yourself.
Well, the two main important things in my life are the Red Carpet Connection. We're a consulting company. We help people with publishing and publicity and sponsorship. And the other thing that is so dear to my heart is I'm the executive director of the Keep Smiling movement. And that's where we go around the world amplifying goodness, inspiring greatness, and delivering hope and happiness to people, and it's all about creating community and really honoring people who are doing things for others through their services, through their actions, their products, and that's all of you there in the studio today. We were just there 2.5 weeks ago, the founder, Ken Rashawn, and I, and we've taken this baby and grown it up, and we're delivering it to the world and speaking at conferences, both a brain conference. We went to the World Congress Brain Conference and to 2 energy conferences, including Tesla Tech, and we talked about the meta-analysis research that I've done on how a smile actually changes your energy and your environment, both internally and externally, and changes your world. And then, of course, doing that and talking about putting a spotlight on people to get them out and showing them off. What 2 great things more could we talk about?
Right. I know. I'm smiling just listening
Me too.
to you.
I know. I couldn't help it.
Since I've met you, Andrea, and we did the Keep Smiling campaign, I try to be very aware and have it on the forefront and remind myself, smile. If you were just smiling when you were sending an email, or smiling when you were on the phone, or smiling when you're on the radio, it just sends a whole different message, and you feel internally a smile just automatically makes your body feel better.
Yeah, and have you ever been out? I don't know if you guys do this, but you're walking around in a store and you see someone, you don't know that person, they're a stranger, and you look at them and smile, and I swear sometimes it's like, they light
change up, yeah.
There are those that will look at you like you're a little creepy, stop, don't smile at me, but I swear, we just need that just a reminder sometimes that we're noticed.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Andrea, there was go ahead.
It's the universal language universal expression of love and acceptance. And we've really noticed that it crosses all boundaries. Ken's been to 103 countries. I've been to 37. And we have the cards in 24 different languages, and we're adding 9 to it here recently based on the people that we've met. And our hope is to eventually include the whole world, because there's 156 countries that participate in the Happiness Index, which happiness is an outcome of the World Health Organization, and that's where people's level of happiness shows how they function in the world, how society works, and how the economy works. There's actually a happiness economy factor that people look at, and the World Happiness Report shows that the United States has dropped down 3 years in a row, and we're at 19.
Oh,
I actually believe
so let's be
that.
happy.
I know. It's so sad.
And I also look at happiness as definitely directly related to your health, right? Because we talk a lot about mindset. Andrea was our panelist speaker at our last luncheon here in Nashville, so I was just with her on Monday. And it's directly related when we talk about mindset. So if you think you can or you think you can't, you are absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's about your mindset. And if you're happy and you're smiling and you're utilizing that body language, that changes your demeanor. It changes your health because your thoughts are your motherboard. I say this all the time. It is the absolute motherboard of your entire body. And if you can think it, it already exists in the universe. Also, whatever you think becomes the reality because that's what you create in your life, and it's what you create with your body. So if you think you're scared, I use the analogy of the book falling off the counter. Everyone's heard that one before. You get scared, you jump back, and it's like, but were you really in danger? Never. But your body thought you were in danger, so your thoughts told your mind, and your mind said, all right, body, go to work. So that's how powerful our thoughts are. So happiness, spreading joy and happiness, that is one of the best things I can think of, Andrea. Like, that is one of the most amazing abilities to want to spend your life spreading happiness and joy. It's
it's been really fun.
It's funny because I hear it takes more energy to be negative than it actually does to be positive. And yet there's so many people that we interact with. You know, I can even think of some people at times I come into interactions with, and it's like, wow, you're so negative. How much energy is that?
Negative,
how much energy is that sucking out of you? And I never even realized that until there was a study that was shown that talked a little bit about that. And then positivity. Again, just feel a difference in your energy, and it's not even taking that much energy to shift your energy, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. Do you know that song, Turn the Frown Upside Down? I was just wondering if you wanted to sing it. I didn't know if you knew that song.
I'll look it up. I don't know it.
Yeah.
I don't know that song.
It does take more muscles to frown.
I'm always happy to sing anything.
I might just have you on to sing, you know.
Well, I would love that. I do often sing to people because when I'm talking about happiness and love and the connection of it, you know, I also sing 4 hugs a day. That's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum. And actually, they've shown in research in the past. Now, I don't know what the research is now, but I used to talk about this when I taught college a couple of years ago. Kids really need about an average of a minimum of 4, but 12 or more helps them feel more excited in their life. And so I knew that I had college students, they're not going to want to hug me, and that would look awkward or whatever. So I made a policy that in my classrooms that, not all of them, but especially my one industrial organizational class, my students were to shake my hand when they came in, and I shook their hands when they left. And it really changed the scope of their life because that may have been the only person that they had touch or interaction with on the entire day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrea, we're going to slide
way that you can love somebody.
Can you hang on the line and talk to us a little bit when we get back from break? You going to be around? Great. Well, hold on. Listeners, we're going to go to a really quick 2-minute break, but stay with us because we're speaking to Andrea with the Keep Smiling Foundation and how you, too, can spread joy and happiness. We'll be right back.
Oh, I love that.
Woo!
I'm already feeling happy.
All right, great job. All clear.
All right, thanks. So, hey, Facebook, we want to thank you guys for joining us today. And I started it and stopped it, and I don't know what was happening. I did all kinds of crazy stuff today, so I do apologize for our mishap on what was happening. And Andrea, yeah, you've already done it. Thank you so much. I was going to ask you to go out there on our live video and start sharing all of your information. So thank you for being with us and sharing all that out there. I will make sure that our listeners, when we get back from this break, Andrea, that they know that as well, so they can pop over there. But I would also like for you, when we get back from break, to we'll go into a little bit more in depth about the luncheon, and then we'll talk a little bit about your events that are coming up, and so you can share those and anything else you'd like to promote along with the websites and so on and so forth. Sound good?
Sounds wonderful. Thank you for offering.
And I wasn't sure if you were on or not. I was telling Monk, hey, I know Andrea's going to call in, and Fanny, and I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and text her real quick. I don't know if she's on the line or not.
No, I'm glad to do that. I was there. It all worked out good.
Woo-hoo. Ooh.
I love it. I'm
Good.
glad I got to meet you by doing this today, Andrea.
She's so adorable.
I love your singing voice. I think I can relate because I think I break out into song anytime I hear something that reminds me of a song, and people look at me like, seriously, did she just do that?
She is this girl right here, Andrea, is the true, like, love spreader.
I love it.
Joy. Like, literally, I think.
I know, I feel better just talking to her already. And Andrea, you don't see this. I mean, maybe you do because you're on Facebook, but I'm wearing a shirt that says choose love now. And so
I couldn't read it from here. Yeah.
Maybe because it's here. Do you want me to back up?
Yeah, it might be back. I don't know. Is it back? No, it should. Yeah, there you go. Everyone can see it.
Can you see me now? Can you see me now?
Well, there's a little delay. Hey, Mom.
All right, 15 seconds. 15.
Okay, thanks, man.
That means
All right,
we
we're
have
going
to
to
stop
come back.
talking.
Yeah, we just have to stop for a minute. I usually talk right through it, but I just want our Facebook fans to know that we're coming back off a break. So we'll have Andrea back with us. So please leave your comments if you've got any questions for Andrea. Please feel free to jump on there as well.
You're listening to Lead Up for Women. Speak up to lead up. To reach the show today, please call 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to info@leadupforwomen.com. Now, back to this week's show.
Hey there, listeners. Welcome back. You are listening to Lead Up for Women, Speak Up to Lead Up, and I am your host, Colleen Biggs, and I am joined by my beautiful special co-host today, Allison Greek.
Hey, everybody.
Hey to everybody. So if you are out there on Facebook, you'll be able to see this live. We are streaming it. And if you're on Voice America, we want to make sure that if you're on any of the outlets, iTunes, iHeartRadio, whatever it may be, pop on over to Voice America Empowerment Channel, and you can look up Lead Up for Women, Speak Up to Lead Up, and find any of our old shows. And so, Andrea, welcome back. We've been talking to Andrea Adams Miller.
Well, thank you so much. I'm excited to be here with you today.
So Andrea's been posting a lot of her information on our Facebook page of when her next events are, how you can reach out to her. But Andrea, I'd like to circle back around to the luncheon that we had with the women that were in the room on Monday, and just ask your opinion of you being in the room and feeling the energy in the room, and what Lead Up for Women stands for, and you being there. What was your takeaway that you had from that day on Monday?
Well, just before your program started, we had you on Amplified with Ken Rashawn and Andrea Adams Miller for our radio show, and we were giggling about how it was going to be a big day because we had, Colleen Biggs. And sure enough, we get off the line with you. I walk into the room and talk about big energy there. The people that you attract in your audience are phenomenal people. I had made a personal connection by going around and talking with everyone and had a conversation with some of them already. I spent the evening with two of the others, and one woman who her flight or whatever had been delayed, and then I didn't get to meet her during your event, but I met her at an evening event. And talk about super powerhouse women. I mean, Colleen, talk about women who lead up. I mean, geez, this is fantastic. Loved it.
Great. Thank you so much. And I say on the other side that, Andrea really brings a large energy to a room. She sang for us. She talked a little bit more about her Keep Smiling Foundation. And so why don't you share with the listeners a little bit more about how they can get involved in this movement with you, so we can promote that. And if they want to do a little pop-up party or have cards or whatever it is that they can do so that we can keep spreading this joy and love, how would somebody listening or watching get involved in that?
Well, thank you so much for asking. So the Keep Smiling movement really is about getting out there and smiling, and even if you're home alone, smiling. So we pass out these Keep Smiling cards that are designed and spread out by our friend Barry Shore, who we met, and he was the one who started the cards. Ken said, gosh, I want to do a movement with these. Barry said, have at it. And then Ken brought it to my attention, and I said, I'm going to adopt this baby and help raise it. And we have now spent 5 years getting the Keep Smiling movement out and about. It's an official nonprofit. We are international reach, and really how you get involved is you can reach out to us. You can have cards sent to you free of charge to you. Barry is actually investing in other people to have the cards. You can reach out to us through thekeepsmilingmovement.com, thekeepsmilingmovement.com, or Keep Smiling Movement on Facebook or on LinkedIn or on Instagram. And we can and say, hey, I want to be part of this. I want cards in my hand, and we'll get you hooked up with Barry so you can get those. And then we encourage you to go around, pass them out to people. Every time I go through a toll road or, see a police officer or a person or a homeless person, I give them a Keep Smiling card. And just the energy of, handing these to your waitress or the people that you talk to, as you walk down the street really creates an opportunity for you to have a conversation and see people in a different light and creates a real connection of community. And there's other ways to get involved. You could become a co-author of one of our books. We're presently in the mix of trying to finalize publishing 100 books this summer. Colleen, you're part of it. You want to share your experience of why you were inspired to participate?
Yes. So when I came to Voice America and you guys had your Keep Smiling party here, and I saw all the books, they had, I don't know, probably 50 books on the table, and there are all of these books of different people in there smiling in a different way, holding the card in a different way with a little excerpt about who they are and what they do. And the first thing I thought of was community. And in this book, we have all of these people from all walks of life, all over the world, doing different things, yet we all can come together in one common movement, which is smiling, joy, and love. And so it really brought me back to the community of Lead Up for Women, and why I'm doing what I'm doing is so that women can feel confident and happy and joyful and really live their purpose in their life and what they're meant to do here on earth. And it's just it aligns so well with Lead Up for Women that I wanted to get a book. And all I could think of was, I got to get a book together that has all these women that are empowered in the book, all walks of life from all over the world, and put them all in one book. And how great would that be to have that then we could give out to all of our members and everyone in the Lead Up for Women community. And I just immediately thought that was just the best idea that you guys had to bring everyone together in a book. It's brilliant. It's brilliant, Andrea.
Well, thank you. Ken is the one who originally came up with the idea of taking the pictures in the movement and putting people together in books. And then I said, Ken, this is really like the modern day who's who in America. And when we started sharing that with people, they got it, And then so we have different ways you can do it too. So you can be a co-author and do a templated book. And so that means that we have picked out like 99 other people who are inspirational or who are women empowerment leaders. And then you get your picture in, and yours is the only chapter, the only story. So people get to hear who you are and how you're affecting the world and changing it. And then they get to see you connected to these like-minded people through the book. And then you can also do like what Colleen's talking about, where, we go to her events and take pictures of these wonderful women, or she has her husband does videography and has a camera, take pictures of the Keep Smiling people with their cards there. And then we create a book for her that's customized of her fans and followers and the people who love her. And by doing that, when people are in these books together, then what it creates is this opportunity for them to publicize each other in a loving way and connect and pin each other on, all the social media. Funny, last night I was talking to a man last night who said, we had visited him at his home and Ken had left him a book as a gift. And he said, hey, there's this woman in there that I thought was, very beautiful. And I know her, and her name wasn't in the book. She's one of our mystery women. We somehow missed getting her name, and nobody knew who she was. And he knows her. And then I said, well, snap a picture of the picture picture in the book and send it to her, and that way you guys can rekindle your friendship and start hanging out and talking to each other again. And then I can now reach out to her because now I know who she is and make sure that she's properly identified in the book. And, that's how crazy fun things happen. And we have it happen all the time. People are like, I know these people. And we're doing them all over, like you said, popping up and doing satellite visits. Colleen, your next event is September 12th. I'm really hoping that it can work, that we can come, because you're going to have a huge event there, too.
Yes. And you are more than welcome to come, and we can coordinate that. And I'd love to do exactly what we did at this event, at the New York event. So if you're going to be in town, let's make that happen. This is what I love about Andrea. She constantly is promoting other people. I use the platforms that we have of Lead Up for Women. We have the magazines, we have the newsletters, we have the radio show, and it's for women to be promoted, for them to have a voice, for them to share their stories, to inspire their women. And Andrea is consistently, every time I've ever talked with her, when there's someone else in the room or now on the radio, she promotes everything Lead Up is doing. And I love that. Thank you so much. I love that you care so much about other people that you just don't even think about it. Unconsciously just talk about the other person and what they have going on. And thank you, because we need people like you in the world to smile and have so much love and joy every day for us. It would change the landscape of America.
Well, thank you for that.
What I was
I can't help it. Allison wants to talk too.
No, go,
Allison,
Andrea.
I'm going to share one more thing, and then you need to talk. Her magazine. I didn't even realize I'd heard it, like she mentioned it, and then see these beautiful magazine covers for the Lead Up magazine and how everybody's portrayed and the stories about them. What a great gift for people. And then, just being able to be in the audience and be seen by these wonderful people. And what you don't know, Colleen, is the people. I have one woman who wants to work with me she wants to do like a couple's relationship, enterprise to help other people fall in love deeper and harder and have so much fun. And they want to connect that with Keep Smiling and have me consult with them on it. And then beautiful Fanny and Meredith approached me and had me pick a date in October or a day in October. They're creating an event for she around me.
Good. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's what this is about.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is I love how both of your guys' organizations kind of just overlap, and they're very similar. Just hearing what you have to share, Andrea, because I'm not familiar. Now I'm going to research so much on you. But just that's what I see Colleen's about, and I love, she's saying this about you, and I'm thinking it's the same thing back to her with Lead Up for Women. So I just think this is amazing, and I think you guys are both fabulous.
Well, Andrea, thank you so much I'm so glad that they're doing an event for you, and I know they empower women in Bowling Green, Tennessee, and they've got a women's group out there, and I'm just so there can't be enough of them, right? We need more and more and more groups to spread love, to spread joy, to spread empowerment, to really just help other women that maybe just be stuck. And that's what it really comes down to. We're all empowered as it is. Yeah. Sometimes we get disempowered. And when we're disempowered, we just get stuck. And sometimes you just need another lady to help pull you up. And
sometimes it's nice, too, when you see, those books that you're putting together, when you mentioned, hey, I know that person, when they feel like they know that person, and now they can relate, and now they realize, hey, I'm empowered, too. Yeah. And so I don't even think people even realize how that just kind of
powerful it is.
Yeah, just trickles down.
Andrea, did we get everything?
I wanted to offer
go ahead.
Well, I just want to offer a free gift for everybody. So with me and the Red Carpet Connection, I'm offering to anybody who reaches out to me, a free assessment of their publicity campaign or their marketing or their business. So just reach out to me through the redcarpetconnection.com or Facebook. And then for anyone who wants to know more about the Keep Smiling movement, reach out to us, and we will send you some ebooks so you can see some of the books that we have published and put out there, and that you can be a part of the movement and see what it is. So we want to make sure that people feel loved and embraced and are a part of so many things. And again, thank you. And I want to remind people that Colleen also attracts men who support women. Her husband and her partner and one of the other, Trisha's husband, was there. And David ended up inviting me to come and speak at his summit in January. So I was so blessed to be there and to be loved on and have so many opportunities open. So if that can happen for me, that can happen for all of you who show up at one of Colleen's events. Yeah. So I really recommend you check her out, follow her, get the magazine.
Thanks.
You'll love it. And then now we get to hear all about Allison. I'm so excited.
Yeah, thank you, Andrea. And I want to offer it to all of our members out there. If you're not a member of Lead Up for Women, it's very easy. You just go over to our website, leadupforwomen.com/membership, and then you can get signed up. You can do that monthly or you can do that annually. It's very easy. Costs about a cup of coffee a week. It's pretty simple. And one thing I love about having the member area is we have resources just like Andrea just talked about. So Andrea, if you'll send me that link, I'd like to put some of those ebooks in our Book Nook area. Mm-hmm. And then that way all of our members have the opportunity to download those and see those, and then we can continue to promote you. That's what we do through Lead Up for Women. We're promoting you. So this is an opportunity for you to work with other women within the organization. There are many, many experts there that can help you. It's also an opportunity for you to learn. We do a webinar once a month. Our next webinar coming up is going to be on September 17th. We always do them on a Tuesday. So it's Teaching Tuesday. It's free. All you have to do is go out to leadupforwomen.com/events, and you can click on the webinar for September. And then we're going to have our luncheon, just like Andrea had said. We have another luncheon in New York, and I have a feeling Andrea is going to be there because her and I are going to work that out so she can be there again. And I would love to have her speak again about the Keep Smiling Foundation, because I want to keep this moving. And if we can attach that to the movement that we already have going for helping women, what better way to come together as a team? Because as we all know, all boats rise together and we're much stronger when we're working together. So Andrea, thank you again. You've just been absolutely a light to our show and wonderful. And we're so thankful you could join us today. So thank you.
Thank you. Keep smiling.
Yeah, girl. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get to talk a little bit to our co-host now for the rest of the show. And we've got a couple minutes for break. So before we go to break, Allison, why don't you tease all of our listeners and viewers a little bit about who you are and a little bit about your story.
Yeah. So, gosh, I don't even know where to start, but just a brief piece about me. I work as an HR professional. I lead a team for my company, and I've been in the HR industry for over 15 years, even though I'm only 25. Just kidding.
I think they call that child labor if you were to start that.
Yes, I started very young. Doogie Howser. But I'm not a doctor, not like Fanny. But no, I'm just kidding. But what I really love is just working with people. Even though I work in HR, one of the things that people don't know about me is I actually wanted to get into psychology at first. And I just loved working with people, finding ways to solve their complex problems. And I get to do that every day with my team and with others. And then a few other things that I like to do too is, and I think she has this on my bio, is I'm really involved in the active community. So when you were talking about how when you take care of yourself, you feel better, I absolutely believe in that. I feel like when I'm taking care of myself, I can truly take care of others and be more effective for them. And some of the ways that I do that is by racing. So I have a few races that I'm triggering or targeting this fall and trying to get back into that. But it's what I love, and I have a bunch of women friends that are involved in it, and they're, powerhouses too.
Well, physical fitness is one of my loves too.
Yes.
So why don't we head on over to break, and we'll give everyone a little 2-minute break here, and then you can hear more about our sponsors, and then we will be right back with Allison Greek, and we're going to talk more about physical fitness and all about the races coming up. Talk to you guys soon.
Okay, good job. All clear.
Thanks, Monk.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, Facebook. You guys are still hanging in out there. Hey, Clary. Glad you could join us today, and Becky. And you guys will notice out there that Andrea put all of her information already out in the comments. So we'll continue to add information into the comment section that will exist out on the cloud forever. And you guys will have the opportunity to to go out there and click on all of that. And I do encourage all of you on Facebook that are watching right now. Robert's here. He might have just gotten in front of the camera for everyone who's on Facebook. But did you want to come around and say hi, hon?
He's a real
He hasn't
person.
even had a chance to say hi to Allison yet. So, Robert, for all of our
it was
Facebook
so funny. She was talking about